lot going on with negotiations right now. I'll, I guess, work with our most active one and work backwards. So the administrators, which is NASA, that under state law, those negotiations were to start June 26th, with mediation to start on August 8th, and arbitration to start on September 2nd. That schedule we have not adhered to, I will admit, but it was kind of agreed to by both parties. So we did have just our first meeting last week on July 30th. We set the ground rules, and each side made their proposals. We had a lot of scheduling challenges because of people's vacations, and their attorney had a lot of other commitments. So our next meeting is actually not going to be until August 26th. And that's going to be a conference call, and then we're meeting again on the 27th. We've scheduled mediation for September 3rd, with mediator being Lori Kane, which was mutually agreed upon. Staff prepared our proposal, which is what we submitted to them last week, and that will, I'll keep you updated. My committee colleague, member, Valerie Beavis, was in attendance with me. Mr. Lyons and Mr. Chermani weren't able to be there, but anyway, we've gotten started with with those negotiations. The National Federation of Teachers, NFT, that contract, it's in its third year this year, but under the arbitration ruling, we had a reopener for wages and insurance, and that is on the exact same schedule as NASA, so we were supposed to start on the 26th, mediation on August 8th, and arbitration on September 2nd. We have been having some informal discussions amongst ourselves and banding about ideas, and both sides seem to be very much on the same page. We just met again today. We're going to meet again next week and see if we can find something that is agreeable to both sides, which we feel we're well along our way. And last of all, NFEP, and I think maybe that was some of the, something was referred to indirectly a few minutes ago. We met kind of all through the spring, and a lot of members of that union were unduly impacted by the school system's restructuring, and we cut hours, we terminated certain positions, and under Superintendent Rivera's direction, we have really felt we needed to provide enhancements, I think was the term that we used, and there's some crazy job descriptions like stenographers and switchboard operators, and so we realized we wanted to give these employees enhancements and at the same time kind of clean up a lot of this arcane language. And we've made some really great progress on that. I think everyone's very, very happy, and I would expect we would want to discuss at the next board meeting, either the next one or the subsequent one, in executive session, to go over kind of the rough parameters of where we are and what issues any board members might have. But I think everyone will be very pleased by what we've accomplished here. It's kind of a win-win, providing more opportunities for those employees as well as kind of joining. I think that's been our theme. Let's put these employees in the 21st century.
As I said, I'm going to schedule an executive session for the full board to get a real nuts and bolts detailed report from your committee on the status of those three negotiations for our next meeting, which is August 19th. Ms. Mosby.
Yeah, Mr. Barber, first have a simple question. For the NFT, can you explain to me what informal discussions means?
I was contacted by the leadership of the NFT and asked when we meet, could we kind of talk about some rough ideas. And so I talked to staff as to kind of where the thinking was as to, it's only, remember, the only thing we can discuss are wages and insurance. So I think insurance is pretty straight, we're on a schedule, there isn't really, we're not going to change that dramatically. But wages, there's really got two components, so what they call GWI, gross wages, and then steps. And, how could we look at that any differently than we have in the past? And so that's, so that's how, it was at their instigation, to, can we talk? And so I kind of got a feeling for where where the board or NPS central office, where they thought we should be. And with that knowledge, I sat and we've had a couple of informal meetings, and we've kept my committee members apprised of what that's going on. And we had a little discussion. Delia and I sat down last week and kind of talked about what's been discussed. Okay, does that help?
Yeah, thanks for clarifying that.
All right. I'm sorry.
Also, committee meeting?
Yes.
Once I have an opportunity to meet and speak with superintendent and Rich on the calendar, our schedule, we will be changing the finance committee meeting from the 27th. If there is some recommendations, some other dates that the finance committee members would like to use as far as a date, alternative to this, if you want to let me know before we leave, and then that way I can then look at the calendars of our staff and then see which would be the best day to hold the August finance committee meeting.
Okay, next, any board member announcements? Ms. Mosby?
We went to CONUS and we saw Ray Allen. So that was the highlight of the week. And he gave a wonderful speech to kids to encourage them. And we got to meet his wife, his kids, daughter, family. And it was a very good event. And I'm very pleased that CONUS was able to get him to donate that computer lab. And I think that, that's a positive and in the right direction.
Anything else? Ms. Murray?
That was made possible by Ed Singleton. Did I get that correct?
I believe Ed had a connection.
It was an outstanding event, well attended, and we're talking about summer months, so it was excellent, and the message was definitely on point for our young people. My other comment would be that for the spotlight, our executive committee, when you determine whose spotlight will be focused on, is that something that we can get as a board prior to you actually inviting them? If that could be something that can be sent out, is my question. I don't know the time frame from the executive committee actually selecting the spotlight and the time that you actually have to contact that person to attend.
Well, usually, as you know, Ms. Keys sort of took on the spotlight, and she organizes these things quite a ways in advance. Maybe my suggestion would be, when you are working on things coming down the pike, if you just send a generalized email to the whole board and let them know, okay, here's a list of things that we're thinking of doing. It hasn't been finalized yet, but here's concepts. A lot of these things come in from school principals.
That's correct. That is the way we've done in the past.
Asking
so, yes, exactly. Asking the staff, because they're there, they know.
I also welcome, I think we spoke about this before, if you have suggestions, we brought them up, I think, a couple meetings ago. Anything that you're interested in and that you feel should be spotlighted, to let me know. I also work closely with Brenda, so Brenda and I try to plan it in advance. We had Mr. Weinberg here, but we had meetings that were canceled, so he was supposed to come a month ago, 2 months ago. He was able to come tonight. So I try to plan spotlights well in advance, so we have them, consecutively in every first and third of our meeting. But I will send, once I know in advance, which have already been done for now, but I'm going to start working on spotlights for the next couple meetings, and I'll just send an email out to everyone, to all the board members, so you have an idea of what's going on and who's coming in.
I'm not concerned about the ones that have been scheduled, but the fact of it is it gives us an opportunity to see who they are, if we have any comments, if we have anything that we want to make recommendations, that allows the board to be able to make that in a timely manner, because once you've invited the person to the board meeting, telling them to be the spotlight, there's nothing else that can be